Am I starting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, one for me, it was hard-fought game. It's what you expect when you play Michigan State. And, look, I've so much respect for Coach Izzo. I've been knowing him since I was in high school. And he's one of the best in the game and what he does. And you always know his teams are going to play hard, they're going to defend, and they're going to rebound. And for us, we came off of our first two games where we didn't rebound the ball well. And so to out-rebound a Michigan State team, that's a big deal for us. We're going to play the guys that you saw tonight. We're not as big as we have been, but we're tough. And 5 guys need to be on the boards, which I think you saw tonight. I just thought for our team, like for our guys, we stepped up in a big way. To play, we want to play this schedule. You play Arizona, Michigan State, 2 of your first 3 games. Let's see where we're at. And I've learned more about this team in the first 3 games than maybe any team I've been with as an assistant coach, as a head coach, obviously in the 1 year. And to respond that quickly in a couple days, I just think says a lot about their character. I'm going to talk about one guy, and then I'll answer any questions. But I'm going to talk about number 1 over here, Caleb Foster. And Caleb, he's as hard as any worker we have on the team, first of all. And he's coming off a game on Friday. He didn't like the way it went, and whether he's pissed at me, pissed at how he played or the game, or there's like going to play at Duke or going to play anywhere, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be moments where you get knocked back. But Duke is the program that I know Duke to be. It's all about how you respond. And for us as a team coming off of Friday, but especially individually, like what Caleb did tonight, he won us the game. I mean, these guys did too. You guys
Thanks.
feeling bad like I'm?
Thanks.
You guys did some okay things too.
Like as a team.
But Caleb, yeah, we win together and lose together. Except tonight, Caleb, really. But just think it says a lot about him as a freshman, being in this environment, this moment, and not just the points. The 7 for 8, 18 points is great. His defense, his rebounding, his passing. I just thought it was a big-time response, and I can't say enough about his attitude. And the 2 guys next to me really brought a toughness to our team tonight.
Caleb, so what did you learn from the Arizona experience? How did you feel after that game, and how did that impact what happened tonight?
I was definitely, mad that we lost, but, one thing my dad always told me is to stay steady. There's going to be ups and downs throughout the season, so, just keep your head up and keep working.
John, and for any of the players that want to answer, throughout the preseason and after the Arizona game, you talked about the toughness and togetherness that's needed to win games, and in particular, big games. What you see from your guys tonight, and then what you guys see on the court from your team?
Well, I'll go. You guys can add in, but they have it. I didn't question that for a second, but because I've seen these guys do it before. I know what Caleb, Jared, TJ, Sean, what those guys are made out of. But it's still, the best way I can explain it is, even though we're returning a lot from last year, it's still so new because everybody is in a different role. We're playing differently because of the way our team is. And so you're having to adjust to what the team needs. But I thought the rebounding, the response, and just doing whatever it takes to win. That's what it's all about, doing whatever it takes to win. And these guys did that tonight. You guys got anything to add on that?
You said it.
For Kyle and Ryan, you guys. Caleb made 4 threes in the second half, every 3-point you guys had. What could you tell the difference in the inside when he had the gravity that he did from the perimeter? How much is that opening things up and allowing you guys to help win the rebounding battle, like Jon was saying?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal. Obviously, Michigan State's a big team. They pride themselves on being physical, tough, and what comes with that is being a tough interior team. They're a big team. I want to say maybe they're bigger than us, at least that starting lineup. So to have that freedom to kick out and have confidence in our guys to make threes, that's a big deal. Obviously, a focal point of our offense is throwing it into flip. And I thought in the first half, you could tell, not occasionally they're doubling, but even when they're not, they got 3 or 4 guys that are really, honing on him when he's in the post. So he did a great job throwing the ball out, and then, it's good things are going to happen when we hit our guards for wide open shots.
Caleb, over here. This is a huge stage this early on in the season. I mean, in the arena you have so many NBA scouts and executives. Coming off the Arizona game, I mean, what was your mindset coming into this game, knowing like what big of a stage this is, and when did things start to click for you in the second half?
My mindset was just to be ready when Coach called my name, before the game. My teammates and my coach was just telling me to be ready, And I felt like I worked hard for this moment. It's a moment I've dreamed of. And so, just come in and be ready.
John, they come into the game 2 for 31 from 3. How did that impact your defensive strategy as you approach this game?
Well, we treat it like a paint team, but also at the same time, it scares you because the law of averages. You still feel. I mean, look, they're third in the country last year, 3-point field goal percentage, and of course, Hauser shot almost 50%, and that's a big deal. But those other guys on the court are capable, and so for us, still we want to protect our paint, but knowing, end of the day, you have to get out to Atkins, you have to get out to Walker. Hogard still is capable, and I thought that these guys did a great job following the game plan. Walker, he had some tough shots, man. I mean, he had some tough shots, and hands in his face, and his ability to shoot off the bounce, to shoot contested shots. But to me, the biggest key is they get fouled a lot. And so playing them without fouling was a big thing for tonight, and then protecting our paint. And overall, we did that.
This is for Caleb and Coach Scheyer. I know the Arizona game, Jared McCain played well. I know Caleb, it wasn't, maybe you struggled a little bit, but you bounced back and that you kind of stepped up for Jared, who was struggling a little bit tonight. Can you talk about kind of the partnership? It seems like one guy is kind of helping the other out there.
Yeah, well, let me go first, all right? Is that okay? All right. Well, look, those two guys have a great bond. It's not just the two of them, though. Look, we have 4 dynamic guards in the backcourt, and we have to get in a routine with that. It's not going to happen the first or second game of the year. And something, we made an adjustment. Tyrese is great with the ball in his hands, but also he can wear down through the course of a game. And so one of the things for tonight, Caleb was on the ball. And, he got that thing up fast. He got it out of his hands, hitting other people, making them better. And so it can be where him and Jared are in together. Jeremy, Tyrese, Jalen Blanks didn't play as much tonight. He can play a key role. It's really going to be, it can be somebody different each night. And I thought both those guys, their attitudes, just to be all about winning, because look, no matter what, you see people talk about NBA, you see people talk about all these other things. Be in the moment, man. These guys don't get this time back. And if you throw yourself into winning, good things will happen. And Caleb is really, like every high school player in the country should follow what he's done the last 2 games. Because it's what it's all about. The attitude, the mindset, the work. He's crushed it.
Yeah. Like Coach said, it's whoever's night is night. We feed into that. We just throwing ourselves into winning. That's all. It's the end goal. And we do whatever it takes to get there.
Coach, I know this is only your second time at this event as a head coach. But over the years, we've seen sometimes this is the first game of the season, and sometimes you have a game or 2 before it. I was wondering if you had a preference.
Yeah, I'm not sure. At first, I would have said the first game of the year, and now say maybe it's good to have a couple games under our belt. But I do know it's a great event. I feel each time, I don't know if it's 10 or 11 times, been in this, like you said, second time as a head coach, you always learn something. And you're playing against an opponent who really believes they're supposed to win. So it's a great test. It's on a neutral court, which is, if you're fortunate to go on in the season, you're going to play on a neutral court. And so, again, I know it's the 3rd game next year, so I'm great with that. Probably that's what I would say, 3rd game. But if they go first game, I'm good with that too.
All right, 2 more.
John, Michigan State is 3-14 against Duke over the last 28 years, I think it is. Why do you think that is? What do you think Duke
I have no idea. I'm not about to take credit for all the games that Coach K. I don't know. But look, I have memories of them beating us in the Elite 8. That was a big time. That's one of the hardest losses I've ever been a part of. With Zion, Cam, Trey, all those guys, RJ. But it's been. We've played these guys a lot over the years, and there's been such a healthy respect, I think, for each other's programs. And we're fortunate to win tonight. I don't really think about that too much, to be honest with you.
Last question.
Yeah, John, I wanted to ask you about the protecting the rim. You guys struggled a little bit in that area against Arizona, but tonight Michigan State did not have much success in there. What is the key to what's the difference between those two games? What's the key to you guys being successful in that area as you go forward?
Well, I think I have to help them better with what to do when the defense breaks down. And even though we're playing 3 guards most of the time or all the time, we have flip at a different position this year a lot of the time. We still want to have that same mindset to fight for the rim. And you would think that we're going to take more threes. We took 22 tonight, not that many. But really the spacing is more open. So you have opportunities to drive more. You have opportunities, I thought Flip did a great job tonight of when there's one-on-one attacking, and then when he got double teamed, like one of the biggest plays was him hitting Caleb for that 3. So we need to continue to learn how to play with the group that we have in and really be forceful driving the ball. When they commit, we'll have spacing and shooting, but really our bread and butter is always going to be get into the rim, get into the foul line, and everything else comes from there. Yeah. By the way, I'm disappointed there's no Chicago questions, by the way. I thought, this is great to be back.
How was it being in Chicago?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I told these guys, I don't know if you know, but we went on a bonding trip this summer. We did a Brotherhood CEO trip here, and afterwards they were very skeptical. I think they wanted to go somewhere more tropical, and then they realized that the summertime in the Chi is actually not a bad thing, right? You guys would say that, right?
It's not bad.
So again, we came back, and to do this event here was a special thing. So anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Good luck the rest of the season.